by reiterating my experience of not remembering people's names. Now, mindset magic doesn't mean that I'm always going to remember names, but the more I experience something where I can't remember someone's name, and the more I say, I don't remember names anymore, the more I shut down in that moment at pickleball my ability to remember those people's names. But the more I flip my focus in live time, and that's what the book is that Robin and I wrote, Flip Your Focus, the more I flip my focus in live time, the more I can keep my mind open to the possibilities of the things that I want. And there's how it worked right there. And I am thrilled. I can vision everybody's face and their names and the whole way home. It was just bringing me life. It doesn't guarantee that the next time I show up at pickleball, I will recognize those people and remember their names. It just brings more life to the moment. But chances are I will be able to, or we'll be able to remember those names sooner. And that's what I'm hoping is a result for this app and for this process and this webinar, is to give you a strategy and a really awesome tool I'm excited about that can help us navigate the human stuff that shuts down life-giving experiences. Sound good? What do you think, Tracey? Does that sound like right on with what we've been doing with this?
It does. And I just love that example too, that you gave, Patty, that, and I just find myself that doing things like that too, where I'm setting the expectation like, oh, I'm not good at that. And so you kind of, I'm telling myself, oh, I'm not good. And in your case, it was remembering names. And then what if I just kind of say, actually, I'm good at remembering names. I maybe I'm fantastic at it, and then open yourself up to the possibility of, if this is if because it's really a skill and an attention thing. So I just love how you kind of caught that, and
Yeah,
then kind of changed how you were thinking about remembering names.
yeah. I love flipping my focus in the moment, but this is what we're going to do here is really look at the Mindset Magic tool, which really helps on bigger goals. Even, remembering someone's name, that's not a small goal sometimes. And so what I'd like to do is first introduce myself, and then we're going to cover a mindset. What is a mindset and how does it work in its abbreviated form? We're giving a very big bird's eye overview of what this is. And then what I would like to do is talk about why does a mindset drive our results and how we can build a mindset that supports the sustainable, life-giving things that we want in our lives. And then I will walk you through the app and how to set it up and how you can use it. And I will right now share that there's an experience of sticking with a goal, especially long-term ones that haven't taken place for a long time, maybe a lifetime, because of the mindsets that we've had since birth. And I know what I know very much to be true, that getting support along the way to keep myself exercising these strategies, to keep myself even wanting to show up to exercise these strategies, really benefits from group coaching or one-on-one coaching. So before we get into what I told you, I promised I'd deliver that's meaningful and full of content for you right now, I want to share what you could do as a result at the end of this so we can get it out of the way and you can really be present to what I'm sharing. So you're not going to be sitting there going, oh no, what is she going to sell? So yeah, I sell coaching. I am such an advocate of it. It is like such a joy to be a coach if that's your calling. And what I know to be true is coaches just simply have trained their ears to listen because you have your answer. They've trained their ability to ask powerful questions so you can get clearer on what you want instead of what you don't want. And all of these tools take practice to become the strongest muscles. So in lifetime, I can catch myself saying, I can't remember I don't remember people's names and go, wait, I'm going to play with this and say, what if I can? And I didn't say it out loud, but I'm still thrilled. It's still giving me life, giving me a lot of energy. What do you have to share in that, Tracey? Tracey's a coach on our team. She's been coaching a lot of different people. I love that Tracey has a multifaceted experience behind her, from coaching executives in business leaders, HR people, to one of my things up my biggest alley, and that is working with teens and young adults, and sometimes their parents, because parents get scared, and to be able to help parents get grounded and more focused on where this child can go helps the parents support their child in a bigger way. And then the work that you've been doing, Tracey, with the teens and young adults, and the successes I've seen those young adults and teens get to, even on Facebook, is so life-giving for me. Because at Clear Inner Focus, the reason why I founded this company was so that people can be better within themselves, so they can be better for their families and enjoy the successes when they're there and be present with them and navigate the challenges with less conflict, with less strife. So that's me. That's the intention of the webinar. That's where we're going. And that's what I will ask you to consider just for a moment, if maybe using one-on-one coaching or group coaching would be something that would support you in staying on top of what you're about to learn. Tracey, what do you have to share? Anything that you would like to add to this?
Just I just want to say that I'm just really excited about what you're sharing, because you're going to be going through this the app you developed, and I also just kind of want to reiterate, Patty, when you were talking about goals and how what an important we always like to say that where we place our focus, where we place our focus, that's what expands. So really, the exercise of setting goals or an intention is basically taking our focus and placing it on a topic, and then identifying, okay, is this important enough to me to really stick with this topic and continually work with this topic? And sometimes we even play with the word goal, like, do we want to say it's like a topic of expansion, or what do we want to invite in our life a little bit more? And it's kind of fun to play around with that language. And then also, Patty, what you brought up is having support, having people around you to be able to acknowledge that you've set that topic of interest or goal, and then just supporting your personal growth on that topic throughout the year. And then you mentioned group coaching, and this is really fun too, because it's the first time that we're doing, or that me personally, and with working with Clear Inner Focus, we've made the decision to now start offering group coaching. And we have been doing group coaching and different, offerings, like in webinars and different events, but now offering it as an alternative to one-on-one coaching. And I really like that idea, because you're able to get support from not only your coach, but also the other people that will be joining you in group coaching.
I agree totally. I'm excited about it, and it is just one of the greatest honors. It is so great to be a part of a coaching group and to have a coach for me, because then I don't have to lean on the people I love so much. You ever get that feeling when you call your sister again and it's like, oh, or she calls you again, it's like, oh, here it is again. And I can't be a good coach to the people I'm very close with. Those are the people in my life where I want to be a support and to live my life out. But that person that's neutral, that I can call and look at, okay, here's the neutral stuff. My focus is out here. I'm seeing this. Now I want to build a clear inner focus, a strategy about how I want to resolve this, what I want to do to move through it, so it supports me in it. So I can't say enough about that, but I do really want to get to the content of this. And so the content is this. First of all, our mindsets drive our behaviors. And I had been building a mindset of I can't remember people's names. And it was making me get nervous when I met people. So when I met them, I'd have that nervous feeling. And the mindset of I can't remember people's names and the nervousness in there was all there because I care. I really care about having people know I see them and I remember them and they're important and valuable. But it was a non-beneficial mindset. So if I really want to, so that's what happens is now I had that mindset and it was actually driving my behavior, causing me to say things and causing emotions that were going to make it harder for me to even remember that person's name because I was feeling nervous and constricted. And I want to be doing this and I can't. That inner struggle alone is going to shut down the presence I need to really fully take in and remember those names. Normal human stuff. So like you said, Tracey, it's important to say, like, does this matter? There's so many things in life, that they're okay. They're good enough for now. And then there's some things that I really want to grow. And those things I know start to nag at me and they nag at the clients we work with until it becomes so painful, that struggle of I want, but I can't. I want, but I can't. And then that struggle makes people get going. And what they do is they get going this way. I want and going that way, but I can't. And then they shut it down. I want, but I can't. And it gets shut down over and over and over again. And the reason why I know this is because I've lived it and we've worked with clients. I have been working with people for 20 years now in the realm of coaching. And I've seen these tools work. I've seen people make significant, incredible changes from simply embracing the emotions that lock mindsets in place. So a mindset is a group of thoughts that we think over and over and over again on any given topic. On my given topic of remembering people's names, my thoughts were, I'm not remembering them anymore. What if I don't remember them and it gets worse? I don't want to not remember people's names. All of these thoughts come running in the stimulus of, here's another person, I need to remember their names. And each thought comes with emotion. So emotions are going to come into, and it happens really quickly, boom, 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 and then we move on. It will drive my behavior. And sometimes a mindset isn't necessarily driving my behavior, but it'll cloud the way I see things. For example, if I see things such as someone who doesn't respect me, and I have that in my mind, oh, my boss does not respect me. It's in my mindset. I'm not aware of it. It's there. It's a habit of thought. It's a habit of thinking. I see my boss doing something. It's going to make me interpret that boss's actions as someone who doesn't respect me. Okay. It may even be true that the boss doesn't respect you, but the mindset there will not drive beneficial behaviors. So when we take that mindset and disassemble it and build one that we really want, one that's going to support our ability to lead the changes we need, whoa, I become very powerful. If there is indeed someone who's running around and has a story about me that is a disrespectful story, once I get clear on what I want for me in my life, I can make some really clear decisions on how I'm going to respond to that person. I will respond in a powerful way. If I didn't disassemble this mindset and the boss shows up and doesn't respect me, I will respond in a reactive way that will just feed the situation locked in place. So just check in. Does that make sense? And if it does, let's go. So what you can do is control 4 things. We cannot control other people. We cannot even control our thoughts. Thoughts are going to pop in. It's just part of being a human. We can't control feelings. We are going to feel feelings. But so many times human beings are trying to control their thoughts or say there's something wrong with me because I've had this god-awful thought or I've had this scary what-if thought. Nothing wrong. We've all got them. How I respond to my thoughts is where my power lies. And so this app is first of all designed to help you navigate the 4 things you can control. Behind it, we've got some strategies that we have developed called 7 Steps to Positive Change. You don't have to know any of these things. They're built in to the tool and the workings of the app, and they will help you disassemble one mindset, build another, stay focused on the new mindset, stay fertilizing that mindset, like you fertilize or water a seed so it grows big enough for you to have it be your strongest mindset and for you to be able to really lead your life forward and navigate those changes ahead. That's what we're here for. What are you hearing, Tracey? Does this sound clear? Do you think the people that are listening are going to be able to engage with this? Or is there more non-coaching speak that you can bring to it?
I think when you start to demonstrate it, it all gets clearer. So yeah, I think
Good.
that was a really
Okay,
good introduction, and I think it'll all fall into place when
great.
you go through
So
it.
thank you for that feedback. And here's the demonstration. So the app is in website form, but it's also responsive. So when you put it on your phone and you can download a little icon on your phone, so it looks like an app you bought on the store, you can use it in live time as an app on your phone. And the link to it, I will add in the chat here, and I will send to everyone who's listening to this in recorded form. Here it is, Mindset Magic. So let's go back out to the main page. When you log in, can everyone see my screen? Is my screen
Yeah.
full and clear? Okay. You can get started here and fill in your first name and last name. So I've done that already, and I'm just going to log in. So once you've already done that, you can sign in. And okay. So when you first get to the app, it's going to look blank. And so what you need to do is create a goal. And so let's go over here and create the goal right here by clicking this. And here you're going to write a topic of focus. So I'm going to use the example that I gave just about remembering people's names. I don't want to forget names. I don't want to feel nervous. I don't want to see people again and be embarrassed. I don't want people to be thinking I don't care about them. And I don't care about the spelling in here. I just want to get this down for you to see. There's so many things in what I don't want when I forget people's names. But again, the feelings. And I'd like to be able to be thinking, wow, I was present with that person. I felt connected. I felt proud of myself. I feel eager for more and seeing them again. And go back to every thought up here. I don't want to forget. I want to remember names. And if I don't, it's easy. Like sometimes magically, if I don't remember someone's name, sometimes people will come up and say, hi, I'm Patty. And it's an easy way an understandable way for me to recall the name. I want that. I want people to be able to help me out with that too, because this is normal human stuff to forget names. It's a magical world. I can't control it, but I want it. Oh, it takes all the resistance out of me. It helps clear up that old mindset. And when I'm done, I get to go over here and see what color I want this goal or this topic to be. So I'm going to choose yellow and save. Yay! Topic number 1 done. And here it is. It takes me right back to my everyday home screen, the main screen on the app. You can create as many goals as you want. These goals or topics, sometimes the goal can be, I want to experience anxiety in a better way. Sometimes the goal can be, I want to feel comfortable in my body. It can be all kinds of different things. Once you create one goal or topic, you can add as many as you want by going back, filling this out, and adding it to the home screen. I'm not going to do that now. I go back. Then what you do every morning is if you would like, play the daily inspiration, which is a little audio recording for me. What's good? It's my voice to just kind of help you open up, because I know one thing to be true. Some mornings I'm so excited to wake up in the morning and revisit my goals. And some mornings I wake up a little demoralized. Change takes time, especially goals that you've been wanting to experience. Things your heart and soul deserve and want to experience and lead and cause growth in. and demoralizing is fine. This little daily inspiration is here to help you open up to the possibilities of this happening again, and then click your goal. And this time it looks a little different. Here's the topic. Reread your new mindset, the thoughts you want to be thinking, feeling, and experiencing on the goal, the one I just set a few minutes ago. And then here's a really important step. Biblically, it said, whatever you ask for in prayer and believe is yours will be. Lots of different versions in the Bible that say that in different ways. But staying focused and believing is so important. When you plant a seed, if you really don't believe it's not growing because you haven't seen it yet, you might not want to tend to it, and you might end up stepping on exactly where it is right before it grows. And so in this part here, in the morning, because our minds are more open in the morning. That's why meditating in the morning is so helpful. In the morning, reread the goal and then look back on your last 24 hours. Where have I seen a little sign of it showing up? And record it. So I can say here tomorrow morning, I can say, wow, I saw that I remembered names on the drive home. And I even could visualize their faces. One of the topics that we take care of in coaching is what we focus on expands. And it's really normal in human nature to be in one place and we're not there yet. And to have our focus on, I'm not there yet, instead of, whoa, I just moved forward a little bit. It's really important to get the momentum of growth, to fill your gas tank in. I'm going to that in that direction. And this strategy helps. So as I do this, it actually opens me up again. I'm excited just revisiting this little success. If all it does is give me more life in the moment, so I am more open to my day, let that be enough. Rereading this goal is going to start to feel really good inside, especially in the morning. Let those feelings be good enough. Good job, Patty. This feels good, and this is what I want in life, is to feel this good. Last part of the app is what's one step I can take. And so this is a cool little thing here, because ask yourself, ask your heart. This is how we tap into our inspiration. At this point, your mind's open. You've already started to be in that gratitude mode. Ask yourself, what's one tiny step I can take this day, today, in the direction of this goal? And for me, even on this remembering people's name, what's one step I can take? Remember how great it feels, and that it is actually possible for me to remember names. And I'm going to see how many names I can remember now. I'm going to revisit it and see how many names I can remember after lunch and anchor it in. Good enough. So then down here, I click save, and there it is. I have the goal, and that is totally enough. So the app is here to build a good goal, to visit the new mindset every day, look at little and big steps you can take, or little and big successes to keep our minds open, to strengthen our new mindset, and to motivate us to build momentum towards achieving that goal. And it's not just airy fairy do nothing. It is ask yourself, what's one step I can take in the next 24 hours? Now, it's kind of fun because sometimes that one step might be just revisit the new mindset tomorrow morning. Just believe for now. Just tell yourself what you did right now is enough. Or it might be one step like call the business owner and ask for the job. Who knows? You know the answer. Whatever the step is, it's really about learning to trust yourself and to reconnect with your heart and soul's desires, and to reconnect with that guidance, that wisdom that you have within you, and trust it more. Because there's nothing more life-giving than I trust myself to navigate life. No matter what happens, I've got this. And if you want to take it one step further, there's something called a to thrive list. I love this list. It's really helpful when you have a super busy day. When there's a really busy day, overwhelm is real, and overwhelm shuts down the ability to be present, the joy in just simply being in the day and addressing the tasks at hand. And it also helps keep that mindset open for new things. I was working with a high school senior one time who got great grades all the time. I'm going to pop off of this for a second as I share this story. He got great grades all the time. And then he had an AP class coming up, and all of his friends kept saying, "Oh, that teacher's horrible, and you're never going to get into the school you want to get into because this teacher's horrible and it's impossible to get a good grade in his class." This kid didn't believe it, but eventually it started getting into his mindset. And so now here he is in this class and he's listening to the teacher and he can't grab on to what the teacher's saying. And all of this builds to the point where he's taking a test. And before he used to feel calm and relaxed taking tests, and now he was freaked out. And his parents brought him to coaching because they could see this really successful young man and they knew his future and his desires, and he was frozen. So we did a little bit of the mindset coaching and we got him clear on his desires. And then it came time for him to study. And he had all kinds of things that got in his way. So what we did is we got to the to thrive list and we talked about what, now that he had that mindset, what was he going to do about it? And we used the to thrive list. So when you click on the list, what you do is this: you come up over to here and you write down the task. For him, his task was to study. And then he realized he didn't want to study right after school, like his parents were starting to make him do. He was like, "I study way better after dinner." So he said to do was to study, and part of it was to talk to his parents about when. And then I said, "Okay, now, who do you need to be when you're studying?" He's like, "What? I don't get it." I said, "Who do you need to be when you're studying? When you're studying, are you going to be someone who's smart? Are you going to be," he goes, "Oh, I don't want to be someone who's distracted." He said, "Whenever I'm studying, I find myself going to my phone, picking up my phone, and getting distracted, and I just lose the whole evening." Perfect. "You want to be someone who's focused then?" He's like, "Yes, I want to be someone who's focused and someone who is smart and someone who gets it done." Now, when he was clear on those three to be steps, can you imagine how clear his conversation would be with his parents when he said, "Hey, I need to do it after dinner"? Can you imagine how clear and confident his voice would be and how that would help his parents believe him? And then the last one is to ask for. And one of them is to ask for his parents to listen, because to ask for means, what is it I want out of this step? I can't control it. It might not happen, but I'm going to really want it to happen and be open to it happening. So he asked for his parents to listen to himself, and he asked for the excitement to stay focused. And just simply doing this alone is enough. But I know for me, when I have a busy day and I fill out my to thrive list, it seems a little crazy because I'm busy. It's going to take me maybe 10 minutes longer than to just simply do a to-do list. When I do it, it helps me make the day happen. When I lose my focus, I go back here and I reread, "Oh, that's right. This is who I want to be. This is what I'm hoping to happen when it happens. And oh, wait, I'm not going to talk to my mom and dad yet. Doesn't feel like the right time." It helps you tap into your intuition. The fun thing about the list is you can delete it when you get it done, so you can check off the list when it's there. Or the next day when you do a new list, if it's not done yet, you can reread it again so you gather momentum to be able to complete a task that's been sitting on your radar for a long time. in a short amount of time. Does that make sense? What are you thinking, Tracey?
I was, as you were going through it, Patty, and state, when you're going through your goal and the what you don't want, what you do want, I just had like this whole internal smile because I was picturing you being my client and stating that as a goal. And then, we're doing everything condensed now, but we would get into like, why is that important for you to remember people's names and why, and talk about the importance and what it would bring to your life for you to be really good at that skill.
Mhm.
And then we would set that as a goal and be revisiting that and then celebrating all the wins each week. And then I was just picturing, yeah, absolutely. At the end of the year, I mean, it would just be a whiz at remembering people's names, and you'd be able to celebrate like all the growth in that particular goal. And
Right.
it's really fun because I was just able to see like, and because I see it happen all the time, with clients,
Right.
and just being able to like state that this is important to me. This is important. This has
Mhm.
been something that's been frustrating for me, and I want to get really good at this.
Right.
And then celebrating the wins and how it's showing up and the little steps forward on how you can find ways to practice or a different way of doing it, or like just different things you're trying and then where you're finding success. And absolutely, you would see tremendous growth in that area over the course of time. So
Yeah.
anyway, it was just kind of cool. Like I was just kind of picturing all of it unfolding. So it was
Thanks
kind of
for
neat.
sharing that for sure. When you even saying that, I could feel we call our company Clearing It Focus because when the focus is there, it's right here. And when I visit it more and more, even though it's not happening there, I can visit it right here. But when you were talking about asking me why, I could feel it getting bigger. And the important thing about that is people talk about the flow state and when your flow is flowing through you, but we can close in on ourselves with the weight of the world and the thoughts and the weight of the world. And the best way to get rid of it is to replace it, is to open it. Nature abhors a vacuum. So when I become aware of what it is and I get clear on what I'd like instead, that feeling of the openness and the flow and the confidence and those stronger feelings that help lead me forward, it's life-giving again. So thank you for even asking me why it would be important and then giving your idea of what it was because it amplified it for me. And it's the amplification of what's working from other people, not only by myself, that is super great. So if you're interested in group coaching, what I know is the groups I've had a group that was met for 10 years and they became these really cool advocates for each other. They naturally took on coaching skills because they'd listen for growth. They'd amplify growth. Then when they were in their life, they were able to listen for growth and amplify growth, both at work and with their families. They were able to see the growth in themselves and amplify it in themselves. And when they couldn't, they'd come to group coaching with their challenges. And every time a challenge comes in, it feels icky. It can feel like there's something wrong with me. And I saw other participants really framing things and accepting and bringing acceptance to that person right where they were. Because in that love and acceptance of ourselves, in our love and acceptance of the I don't want thoughts and just saying, I don't want to be here, but I am, and still I'm okay. This matters because I care and I'm a good person. Things can let go, things can open, and more good things can come in. Because if we circle back then to the parent that's worried about their kid and they're coming to the kid, they're coming and trying to get the kid to work because they're worried, it adds to the dis-ease of the child stuck. When you come ready to bring acceptance to, wow, I can see you're stuck. Might not need to use those words, but come with acceptance of, wow, they're stuck and this must be hard. And there's seeds in them that they're stuck because something matters and they're not focused on it yet. I'd like to see them go here. I know they can do it. When we clear up our own things about our people at work, about our bosses, about our children, about our parents, about our pets, when we clear up all those stress thoughts and get really clear and focused, we can be part of the cure. We can amplify that love that we have in ourselves for what you might do in the app. So you can amplify that softening of that tight seed that might be around others so it can start to soften and the clear new growth can come forward. That's what I know that this app can do. Now, it's funny too, because I've been doing it for a while and there's one goal that I have that I've had for a long time and I've never really used this process on that goal for a long period of time and stuck with it. And the other day I was like, nope, don't care. Don't even want to touch it. Don't even want to, nope. Sick of it, whatever. And then I looked at it and I reread the mindset. And then the reason to believe it might be coming is because I could feel the dream still alive and the dream alone feels good. And I was able to stop the nope and just be in the, I don't know what's next, but right now I can't do anything about it and look at my hands. That's where I can be open to receive and see opportunities. Or when the opposite of an opportunity arises, I can stay in my power. And instead of punching the problem and adding to it, I can stay in my power, clearly speak my truth, and help guide the solution forward. So that's what I know. So if you're interested in setting up the app, let me know. Oh, an important part about the app is here's how you can actually set it up on your cell phone so it becomes a icon like that. And how you do that is on the link that I provided for you, you go onto your browser on your phone. And then on the bottom of your phone, you'll see a button such as this, share button. When you hit that, it'll take you to something that looks like this, which means nothing, but if you scroll up, it says add to your home screen. When you click that, it will let you download the app. And then it takes me here. Right now, the app's in minimal viable product. I have some of them that's going to be working on it on Monday. So right now it shows up as CIF Coaching, Clear Inner Focus Tool Coaching. You can leave it there if you want to. You can change it to Mindset Magic. Click done, and it'll show right up on your screen of your phone. So I encourage you to try Mindset Magic and see how it works for your goals. Watch what's happening. Watch for what's working in your world. And watch your ability to help gather momentum towards growth and hold the focus long enough to get from where you are to where you want to be, to where your heart and soul knows you deserve to be, so that you can be experiencing the newness and the freshness of life in whatever goal or desire that you're looking for. That's what I know. So thanks for being here. Tracey and I are so grateful that you are here and checking out this as a tool to support you and supporting yourself and bringing your life forward to everything that you're wanting and dreaming and hoping, not only for yourself, but for the people that you're with, so you can bring your best to them too.
And thanks so much, Patty, for doing that demonstration. And I just really I'm just really excited about the app. And I'm really, really excited about the group coaching offering that we have right now. So we're getting more and more classes set up, or more and more group coaching set up. And if you're interested in group coaching, I would love to have you join one of my group coaching sessions, and we can give you more information about what's available. And would love to work with you.
We have someone in the chat, they want to know how much the group coaching is. And so group coaching is $95 for a month, and that is 4 one-hour sessions. So you'll meet with your group over Zoom over the lunch hour on Tuesdays. We'll be adding new sections as time goes on. And you'll be getting guidance from Tracey as your coach to utilize a really safe and awesome coaching type of conversation that amplifies growth, that amplifies life-giving things. It is $95 a month. If you the first 2 weeks you have for free if you decide they're not for you. So let's say somewhere along the line you decide to commit to group coaching and you don't like it, you can just send us an email and we'll refund your whole $95. But the reason why this is so important to me is because coaching one-on-one is very valuable and costs $505 more a month than group coaching. And I really wanted to make this affordable, accessible, and easy for people who don't have the budget to afford one-on-ones. So I hope you join us there. The link to register will be found below. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Like what you see, please click like and subscribe to our channel below.